that, guys, our starter base on Wilderness SMP is essentially done. There's a few minor little projects I want to tackle, and we still need to move into our base. But other than that, we're for the most part all wrapped up. How about we take a quick tour so you can guys see what we've been up to. So coming in, you can see we put a few flower pots out on our first porch. And if we pop in this first main door, I kind of forgot about the goat, but let's do this. Ryan, if you're watching, or you may hear us, can we get one of those? Put over here. We're gonna use those as like a doorbell. But back to the tour. So when we come in here, we've got a nice little living room. We got us a jukebox set up with some fancy speakers. We got us a grandfather clock. We've got some carpet, and we got a sofa over here, and we got some really nice paintings. I am absolutely in love with the new Minecraft paintings. I think this is one of the new ones, and I think it's the cutest one I've seen so far. I don't know what this is supposed to be, guys. Can you let me know in the comments? All I know, it's a cute little pet popping up what looks like a chest, and I love it. I almost put it all over the build, but I decided just to put it in that one location. And from this room, we can pop into our kitchen. Now this has got some similar elements, just used differently, that I've used before. And I'm really in love with this design, so we decided to reuse some of the elements. I love using the chiseled bookshelves as cabinetry. We also got some grindstone above our smoker and our blast furnace that feels like kind of fans over ovens. We've got some sinks. We've got some beehives that we're using as cabinets with buttons, and we just got a few little things here. We got a pressure plate, look like it's a cutting board. We've got sea pickles and candles everywhere. We got some cake. I really love this design, and I love this kind of recessed Japanese style, almost like a hot pot seating area. I think it looks fantastic, and this is a mixture build. Aggro isn't very good with interiors. We're still learning, so there's not very many Japanese elements in this build. It's more functional on the inside. And besides, this isn't just a Japanese build. It's kind of like a... I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of that. We'll see. We'll see. It's kind of a combination of Japanese and rustic vibes, like we've talked about before. Over here, we got us some chest automated furnaces. So here's the input. We got some hoppers hidden that kind of whatever you want to smelt, you put it in there and it runs through, and then you can grab it from here. And if we head into the workshop area, you can see that we have a chest for inputting coal or whatever it is we decide to use as fuel. And then inside of our workshop, there's basically everything you would ever need. We've got a loom, we've got a smithing table, a crafting station, we've got a stone cutter, a fletching table, a cartography table, and even an anvil. And then we got some things for looks, like these levers. And I really like using the lightning rods. It's like basically like workshop lights over our little workshop area. I really like that. And over here we've got a blast furnace and a composter automated with hoppers and barrels. And for some reason we have another loom. That might be supposed to be something else. We'll have to look into that. Or I just put it there. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe we're missing something. Guys, let me know. Am I missing something in my workshop? We also have our very first ender chest, which we're not yet using, and a decent amount of early game storage, especially once the end opens and we can start using shulkers. I think this is going to last us quite a bit of time until we start setting up in the Team Wild area. And oh boy, do we've got plans. I can't wait to bring that to life. And coming up the stairs, we got some more paintings, and we have our brewing area. So every good base needs a brewing area. So we got 4 brewing stands and barrels. Something you'll notice throughout this build, I've got barrels kind of stuck everywhere for storage. You may notice we've got us glowberries all over the place, and I really like using green stuff inside of our bases. So you're gonna see glowberries. You're gonna see the green particles from where we got one of those azalea flowers hidden all around the base, and we're gonna have flowers in pots and sea pickles just everywhere. I love organics in and outside my bases, so you're gonna consistently see that throughout my builds. And then coming into this room here, we have a bedroom. We got a really nice kind of basic custom built bed, nothing too fancy. We got us a little custom chest of drawers there. I'm sure other people have done similar things. We've got an armor stand set up with some barrels up above it. We got some campfires on there just for looks. And over here we got our area, our little desk, we've got some more barrels. Like I said, we've got barrels for random stuff. Over here, we'll probably use these for like spare tools and gear once we move in. And I love sticking books inside of the chiseled books in like a random pattern. And that takes us into the final area of our starter build. If we head upstairs, you can see we've got a full enchantment set up. We've got some more decorative pieces, paintings throughout. You're gonna see paintings throughout. And then over here, we've got like a little library. And let me tell you guys, just use so many books. But that reminds me, I'm gonna give a big shout out to the one and only Emerald and Ryan. I guess that's two people, not one, for helping me with gathering blocks for this build and just kind of running things to me as my inventory was getting full. It really helped. Now, this is definitely an aggro developed build with a little bit of feedback from a variety of people. Ryan and M, though, did help with gathering the blocks, and I really appreciate that. And if we turn around, there's a door out here. We're going to go out here to our porch that we can now finally access without having to use stupid scaffolding. But here is our tree, and ooh, look at that sunset. Oh, that is a beautiful and perfect time to come out so you can see the lighting in the tree. It's supposed to be like an oversized bonsai. I'm sure you guys got a better shot of it in the time lapse, but let me know what you guys think. This is actually only the second custom tree that I have ever developed, and I think it turned out pretty good, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. But with that, I think it's time, well, I think it's time we get moved in. That is a task that I'm glad is behind us, because I haven't been looking forward to going through blocks from 3 different phases of working on this build, plus all of our loot from the various trial chambers and things we've been doing on the server. But we've got it all sorted and we've gotten this area cleared out. And if we take a quick look inside, you can see we've got it for now mostly organized. We've got our music disc over here by our speaker setup. We have most of our foods over here in the kitchen, organized by what you see on the front, except for the very top one, the apple. We've got all of our cooked foods and other foods that aren't, well, carrots, potatoes, and wheat up here. And honey, because we got honey in our storage area, because I'm going to look at farming that up. Since we've been using so much of the honeycomb for various projects around our build, I expect that to continue. Because, well, you know, Aggro loves his waxed exposed copper grates. But looking at the rest of the storage very quickly, we have started using our ender chests. We've got our mace heads and all of our diamonds and our TNT stored up. Basically, our precious. That wasn't a low trick. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm resisting. All right, we've got dirt in this chest. We have dirt in this chest as well. Guys, we have a lot of dirt. And above that, we've got our andesite, our granite, and our diorite, or as I like to call it, our bird poop, and our tough blocks. I'm not going to sit here and look at all of them. You can kind of see what we're doing here with our storage. Over here, we've got our raw ores that need to be broken down, including 7 ancient debris. We don't quite have enough to upgrade to netherite, but we're starting to get there. And then we've got coal, lapis, emerald, and redstone. And the thought process behind this is we can stack blocks in the slots next to them. The same with our copper, iron, gold, and nether quartz. And we have a row left over at the end for nuggets or some other random little bits we want to throw in these chests that are related. We also have a dedicated chest for all of our wood tops. And then over here, we have a chest for our achievements. Which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Wilderness does have the Blaze and Caves Advancement data pack installed. I know we haven't made it a big focus of our content so far, but if we take a quick peek, you can see we have 327 advancements just playing Minecraft. And the goal is to work some of the more fun and interesting ones into the series later. And if we get back to our tour, you can see we've got sugarcane, paper, and gunpowder in a chest. So yes, this is our future rocket organizational chest. And then above that, we've got all of our mob drops. We've got bamboo, we've got a honey chest that we looked at earlier, and then we have coral, flowers and dyes, seeds, green stuff. It's, you know, it ain't probably organized how everyone else would do it, but that's how Agro's done it. So up here is where we're gonna have our brewing stuff. So we've got some empty bottles, we've got a couple of ominous bottles, and then we've got some strength and regen potions over here. Not a whole lot in the brewing area so far. And then in our bedroom, we have our banners, we've got some name tags and buried treasured mounts, we've got our templates as well as our pottery shards, and then we've got all our spare gear. And speaking of gear, guys, we haven't really taken a look at our gear. We're currently running enchanted diamond armor. All of our armor has proc 4, unbreaking 3, and minting, and then we are running feather falling and aqua affinity. I do have a respiration 3 book upstairs. Once we have enough levels, we're going to add that. I also have fortune 3, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, mending pick. We also have a really nice axe. We also have a nice shovel or 2. We got a couple of shovels. I know this one has silk touch. We need one without silk touch. That'll be our efficiency 5 most likely. And we have a really nice sword. The reason we don't have those on us right now, we've been building, guys, and I like to have my inventory free for building. And if we pop upstairs, you can see here's our book. So there's our respiration 3. We also have 2 soul speed books that we can look at combining and getting soul speed 3. And we have, I thought we had one other one, but I guess that's all we have. We don't have a whole lot. But we're gonna head outside. I think what we're gonna tackle now is taking this area down below our base and turn it into a little manual farm area so we could start farming up some wheat, some carrots, some potatoes, maybe a little bitty cactus setup, some sugar cane, all that fun stuff. And we're gonna keep it manual since this is Spawn Town. I just want to start building up some initial supply of some of those resources. The last thing we're going to look at before we get started on that is this little community road that I've made next to our base. And if we pop into free cam, wrong button, keep doing that. You can see it kind of runs parallel to the base and then it kind of starts to curve out because I didn't want a straight road. I'm assuming that Multi-Weasel and this road over here, whoever's that is, I think that's Slings and whoever lives there's little road. If they want to bring it over and connect them, more than happy to. I don't plan to take my design any further than that. Feel free to copy or make your own design if you guys want to connect up. Other than that, once we finish our little farm area, we're going to be done, guys. Minus connecting to our friends around us. I really want to do a waterfall over our wall here into the road, bring it across the road, and then kind of connect up to some of our neighbors. I know Emerald has her pool over there, and then Ryan has his little pool over here. So we could create like a little mini river that runs along the road if they want to. But let's pop out of free cam and let's get started on our farm area. Admittedly, guys, this is one of the hardest things that we've done so far, but welcome to our little basement area. We've got some double doors that kind of come in behind the base. We've set up an area where we've got some wheat, got some potatoes, we got some beetroot, carrots, and even some melons and pumpkins. And back in the back, we've got some cactus and sugar cane growing. I have since realized that I don't have any cocoa beans set up down here. I would also like to set up an area with some bamboo and maybe even some kelp. I've got some ideas. We got plenty of room to expand under our base without taking up any other area or going any lower. So we'll see. But I think for the most part, this is gonna work. I really struggled with this because I decided, you know what? We're not gonna design this in creative. We're just gonna throw this together on the fly, and I've learned that, well, that's not, that isn't the way I am the best at building at, but we made it work. We made it work. It finally came together. We even have a little spot for our 2 extremely slow horses and a few decorative bits. But if we head back up top, there is one last thing I think I want to do before we call this starter base done, minus little tweaks and add-ons here and there. And have you guys figured it out yet? Well, we don't have any fish in our koi pond, so how about we work on fixing that real quick? Like, this is the final touch our starter base needed. I'm absolutely loving having all the fish, and it brings our little pond to life. I don't know if I'm going to call this a koi pond. Is there a better name for this, guys? Let me know in the comments. I know that's what we've been calling it, but I think there's some better alternatives. But definitely let me know. Other than adding our fish, I think we're basically done. There might be a few small minor things we do, mostly with organics, as we begin to blend our base area into our neighbors, as well as expanding our base below, because I would like to add some cocoa beans, maybe some kelp, and definitely some bamboo. But I think what we're gonna do to wrap things up for today, it looks like our friend is home running around in their base. I just saw them somewhere, but we're gonna head over there because I have an idea for a quick, simple little prank that I think is gonna be quite hilarious. Knock, knock.
Yes.
I hear you got a couple.
Hello.
Puffer fish.
I got a few, yes.
Okay, okay. Well, our friend over there, the one and only Emerald Storm, who helped me with a prank previously, has a nice little pond over there.
She does have that.
And we just, well, we did just go fishing for my little koi pond over there, name pending, by the way. I think that I also have a couple puffer fish. I think we should put some fish in her pond as well.
Sounds perfect.
I don't know about you, Brian, but I feel like it's missing something.
Just a little bit.
Maybe more puffer fish?
Definitely.
All right, let's go get some more. Okay, I think that's a much better number.
Yep.
Yes, I know this is kind of a low-key prank, but I think it's funny. And ow, they're really annoying. It was kind of annoying capturing all these guys. But yeah, enjoy your new infestation. All right, I'm gonna go wrap things up, Rod. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out today.